Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Vlogmas day 20! We are so close to the end and it has just been so much fun, oh my gosh. If you are new here, welcome, thank you for stopping by. I am Beth and today we are going to be doing a really fun little Christmas Disney tag. So this tag was created by Karen's USA Adventures and Cyndi, aka Disney Queen. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to Cyndi for not only creating this tag with Karen, but for tagging me. Definitely go check out her video if you haven't already. I'll have everything linked in the description box below. So I've got all of the questions here on my phone, so let's go ahead and get started. Question 1. Do you own a Christmas sweater or an ugly sweater? Why, yes, I do. So up until recently, I never had like a Disney Christmas sweater or like an ugly sweater or anything, but I do, and I am actually wearing it today. It is the Aristocat. I love it. It's got Marie, it's got all of the kittens on it, and look at that. So yes I do. And I love it. Number 2, what's your favorite Disney Christmas gift? So I'm sure that I've been given a lot of like really great like Disney like materialized items throughout the year. Like I'm just totally blanking on like stuff I've even been given. But I would probably have to go with when I was 5. I opened up my boarding passes to hop on a flight a few days later to go to Disney, and that was the first time I had ever been to Disney World, and I've only been to Disney World twice, so for me that's still pretty magical, and I was just so excited, and definitely a great way to surprise a little Disney obsessed kid on Christmas. Number 3. What's your favorite resort to visit at Christmas and why? Well, I honestly haven't been to many resorts at Christmas. We went to Disneyland last year, like a few weeks before Christmas, except we didn't ride on anything or really do anything Christmassy, which I totally regret. We basically went there to have a photo shoot and go shopping. We didn't really ride on anything. Definitely wish I had gone on It's a Small World for their holiday overlay, like, ugh, the regret. But otherwise, I've only been to Hong Kong Disney and Tokyo Disney over Christmas, which like honestly, both of those were just equally amazing. Pretty sure that anywhere Disney, you can't really go wrong because it's just gonna be a magical place to be. I would probably say my favorite would be like a Magic Kingdom style park though, just because can't go wrong with like the castle and the Christmas parades and like walking down like whatever their equivalent of Main Street is, so I'm gonna go with that. 4, what's your favorite ride and why? This is really hard because I feel like I don't have like one favorite attraction. I kind of like categorize things, so like my favorite classic ride is It's a Small World. My favorite thrill ride, I love Tower of Terror, but I would probably have to say Grizzly Gulch, which I know most people probably haven't been on. It is a ride in Hong Kong. It is really similar to Expedition Everest now that I've been on that, except it is faster and scarier, definitely more intense. Although I have heard that Expedition Everest is like a totally different kind of feeling and experience at night, so I think I need to try that again and then kind of recompare. But Grizzly Gulch, if you're ever in Hong Kong, it is worth the line. Like single rider it, something, like get on it. It is so good. What's your favorite restaurant and why? Okay, so again, don't have like a great answer for this because I did go to Walt Disney World this year for like the 2nd time ever, but we just did like quick service and like nothing really fancy. It was super low key. We were doing this on a budget. Like I didn't have like wristbands or anything. We weren't staying on property, staying with friends. So we basically just like snacked all day instead. but I will say I again have a favorite restaurant in Hong Kong Disneyland, and that is the Crystal Lotus. So I love dim sum, and that is one of the restaurants. It's actually in the hotel, but you can go and get dim sum, and oh my gosh, it is all themed to look like Disney characters. It is the cutest thing ever. Let me pop a couple of photos so that you can like see what I'm talking about. When they put the food down in front of you, you don't even want to eat it because you feel bad. Like, it just looks so pretty. I can't imagine like how time consuming something like that is for them to make, and it's just like, so cute. I mean, it's not like the best dim sum I've ever had because let's face it, Disney food kind of worldwide like isn't really that great. Most of it's nothing special, but like it just looks so adorable, and I'm just a sucker for cute things, as most of you know if you've been watching my channel for a while. Number 6, purse or backpack. So normally I am a purse kind of girl wherever we go. I don't really use like a lot of backpacks, but when I am at Disney, it is backpack for sure. I'm one of those people where I usually have so much stuff I want to carry with me. I always bring like my camera, my vlogging camera, like all these other things that I need. Sometimes an outfit change, a pair of ears to change it, like a second pair of ears to change into. I want options. So definitely a backpack because I need to carry stuff. Favorite fireworks show. So again, I don't really have an answer for this. I have only ever stayed for Hong Kong and Tokyo Disneyland's fireworks show. I don't actually even know if those have names. I'm sure they do. I just have no idea what they're called. Both of those are completely magical. Like, Hong Kong always has me like tearing up. Like, I love it. I'm sure I would love all of the US park ones as well. I just have not seen any of them. Favorite season to visit the Disney parks. I'm just like really bad at this, guys. So again, like it totally depends on which park you're talking about. So if it's Florida and Walt Disney World, probably like April or May for Flower and Garden. Basically anytime other than like August and September when it is disgustingly hot and humid. If we are talking about Hong Kong Disneyland, like I love visiting during Chinese New Year. The park is so festive and just so fun. Like, I love it. If we're talking about like the Tokyo parks, like anytime like March or April, because honestly, like that is when my favorite merch of the year is always released. So I just want to go and buy it. Not gonna lie, sorry, that's when I like to visit Tokyo. Question number 9 is trainers or sandals. So if you encounter me walking around the parks or like walking anywhere, I rarely ever wear shoes. Like, I am just not like a gym shoe kind of person. Like, I just think that they're like heavy and clunky and like usually not that cute. So I pretty much live in my teaks. Like, I am just always wearing flats of some sort, and otherwise sometimes I'll wear flip-flops, but I feel like I wouldn't want to wear those all day walking around the park. And I have, when I went to Disneyland this past summer, I did wear flip-flops for like 2 of the days there, but usually I feel like I would be wearing flats. Disney dining plan or buy as you go. So I have never done the Disney dining plan, and I'm honestly not sure that I ever would. I feel like I would just be like constantly eating to try to feel like I'm getting my money's worth, and like I don't need to eat more or like eat more expensively. So I would much rather just kind of buy as you go. Like, I don't need it to be like super fancy. So that's why like most of our trips we've just done like quick service, or we leave the park and go eat elsewhere. Like, I don't know, maybe that's not how you're supposed to do Disney, but it's just how we've always done Disney, so it is what it is. Favorite pin set. Favorite pin set. I didn't plan this out ahead of time, so I am just kind of like on the fly with all of these questions, and like this is a really tough one. I have a lot of pin sets that I really like. Okay, so I wasn't sure if we're supposed to go with like favorite of all time, favorite we own, because I don't own the ones that I really want to get, working on collecting them. So I'm gonna go with a favorite set that we have, and it's actually one of Johnny's sets, although like honestly I've been the one doing all of the work to get it for him because I love this set so much. And I mean, he does too, he's like super thankful, but like I just really wanted this. Going to steal him off of my Christmas board, but it is this Tokyo Disney Alien set. So this was a monthly release that they did for an entire calendar year, and every month you have an alien that's kind of themed to like different holidays of that month or like the season. And it is like the cutest little 12-pin set ever. So you guys have seen him dressed as Santa Claus already when I did my December pin board, but all of these together is just like the cutest thing ever. And I am so excited to show you all of like the other months as we go kind of throughout the next year, because like, I love them. We do not have the entire set. We are still missing 2 of them, but you know, hopefully we can track those down sooner rather than later. The set has been like such a struggle, but makes it even more worth it, I guess, right? Maybe? I don't know, but I love this one. What do you like to do in the parks? Rides or shop? So again, it totally depends who I am there with. If I'm there by myself, I usually just kind of like shop, eat, people watch, like hang out. If I am there with Johnny, we also usually just kind of like shop, walk, people watch, take photos, things like that. But otherwise, if we're like with other friends, usually they just want to go and ride rides. I mean, I just love all of it. I just love being in Disney, like just being there, the magic, the positivity, it's just contagious and you can feel it, and it's just, there's something really special about it. So that's why I love it so much. And I mean, it really just depends. Like for us, when we lived in Hong Kong, we went to Hong Kong Disney all of the time because it was like 20 minutes to get there, really easy for us. So when we first started going, we would ride all of the rides constantly. We've been on everything there multiple times. But then like towards the end, after you've ridden like Space Mountain 6 times, we would usually go just to walk around and to eat or to go shopping, and then like maybe we would get on one ride that day if we were lucky, or we would go around and collect stickers or do like other things. So I feel like when we move back to the parks this spring, it's gonna be a totally similar experience because we haven't been on a lot of the US rides. I feel like at first we're gonna go on a ton of rides, but then it'll kind of slow down and we'll get back into that like, we're just here to shop or eat dinner, like kind of mindset and vibe again. But again, like if friends come and visit us, if like I meet up with like subscribers, other YouTubers, stuff like that, like I'm sure it's always going to be a totally different mix of things depending on who we're there with. And that's part of the fun, honestly. Next question is, where are we? Okay, 13. Which is your go-to restaurant in Disney Springs? So this past trip in May was my first time ever going to Disney Springs. I mean, when I went as a little kid, we went, but it was downtown Disney and it's not at all as I remember it. So I don't really have a good answer for this. We did go to Disney Springs for the sole purpose of eating, and that was to go to Erin McKenna's bakery. At the time of my trip, I was still pretty much vegan, and so I was really excited to go and try this bakery, and it was like so good. Like my friends I was with aren't like vegan or anything. They all ate there. Everyone agreed, like just amazing, delicious stuff. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go back to there. It was just delicious. And yeah, that is the only restaurant, it's not even a restaurant, that is the only like bakery kind of thing, food place I have been to in Disney Springs, other than a Starbucks. But yeah, I will go with Erin McKenna's bakery. Definitely try it if you haven't, even if you're like not vegan or any sort of like gluten-free, stuff like that. Like, just eat there, it's so good. 14, favorite ice cream place in the parks, or favorite ice cream. So I'm definitely more of a churro girl, saying that first. But I will say, does Dole Whip count as ice cream? Because I love Dole Whip. Like anything pineapple, whether it's like pineapple like decor in my house. I've got like pineapples all over our house. I love it. or pineapple scented things, pineapple flavor. Like I just love pineapple so much. So I would definitely say Dole Whip if that counts as ice cream. Otherwise, I don't really have ice cream in the parks. I feel like I've had like an occasional Mickey bar or two, but like if I'm gonna do that route, I'm usually gonna grab a churro at the next cart over instead. Favorite park photo? Ooh, this is tough. This is a hard one. So it's either going to be a toss-up of this or this. The first one is a picture of Johnny and me, and it was right after we got engaged in Hong Kong, and this was my first time ever visiting Hong Kong Disneyland. It was before we lived in Hong Kong, so I feel like this kind of like started everything, and yeah, just super great memory. Us in front of the castle, absolutely loved it. Whereas this picture was for our first year wedding anniversary, and it was last winter when we were down in Disneyland. So again, just really fun memories associated with both of those pictures. So I pretty much love them equally. And our last question, question number 16 is, who is your favorite character out of the original 5 and why? So easy. My favorite Fab 5 member is Minnie Mouse. Like, not a question. When I was little, I just had this obsession with Minnie Mouse. No one knows where it came from or why, like what like triggered it, but I was just obsessed. My parents would take me to like the Disney parade that we used to have in Chicago and to like Disney meet and greets that they did around here, and like, I don't know, I just loved her so much. I was her for Halloween many times, had lots of like Minnie clothing and toys, and like she was just always my thing, like my gateway into Disney really. So I will just always have a really special place in my heart for Minnie Mouse. And I mean, everyone should love her. She's amazing. All right guys, that is it for this tag. I really hope you enjoyed getting to hear all of my answers. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. But before we end it, I am going to go ahead and tag 3 people as well. So the first person I am going to tag is Taryn over at Twinkle Bell Taryn. The second person that I want to tag is Mariah over at Mariah's Whole New World. And the third person I am going to tag is Robin of Oh Hello Robin. I would love to see you ladies do this tag, so whenever you've got some spare time, I know we're all like a little busy with like Vlogmas and just like crazy holiday schedules, but once things kind of die down a little bit, like definitely film this when you can. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm still getting answers filing in on whether I should do a segment of my pin collection or a mystery pin unboxing, so we'll see which one wins and what we will be doing tomorrow. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. See you again very soon. Bye.